So where did this journey begin?
I think it starts with I think I was always interested, I am always interested in what it's like to be a Canadian and what defining what a Canadian is like. And I think that working in my studio in my early 20s, constantly listening to Lightfoot and thinking about this is basically the closest thing I can come to for identifying what it is like to be a Canadian, kind of like the essence of what Canada is. And I thought, isn't that interesting that it's the music from this country that really I feel very attached to and very much a part of my identity as a Canadian. So years later, I understand the fact that there is no real monument to celebrate Gordon Lightfoot. And so being a sculptor, being obsessed with doing sculpture and visually translating things, deep subjects, most of my work is Christian. And I thought, no, I'm up for the game, I'm up for the battle to see if I can authentically represent one of the greatest Canadian icons around. So I started to work on some of the concepts of designing, and I came up with this concept here, where instead of just a sculpture of a man standing with a guitar in his hand, I took the idea of visually translating all of his songs and making the songs the part of the sculpture. And I think that's something that any artist would like, to see their legacy being showcased, not just their mustache or their ears. It's one thing to have a vision of a way to represent a Canadian hero. But it's another thing to actually have it materialize. And I had the great opportunity of meeting a fan of Lightfoot who is just as much in love with Lightfoot as I am. And he's a patron of arts. And I presented the idea that I've been working on for more than years to him at his office. And it was one of the greatest meetings I ever could have experienced. He looks at the concept, he hears me, and he says, finally, I met someone that is as obsessed with Lightfoot as I am. And so we were talking about the vision of having it in Orillia, his hometown, surrounded by perfect Canadian landscape. And he stood up from the meeting and said, it's not a question of if or when, this has to be done, and it has to be done now. And so, bang, I started sculpting it.
Well, that's as much of the story as we can tell you for the moment. Sometime in August of 2015, visitors to Tudhope Park can take in the spectacle of the statue being lifted into place, and the official unveiling is expected to be in the fall. And what about Gord? Well, remember Murray McLaughlin's words earlier in the program?
I hope that Gordon's thinking about the next song he's going to write.
I met with Gord at Lakehead University in June when he was being granted an honorary degree. So that's Dr. Gordon Lightfoot to you now. We'll let him have the last word about all this.
Well, it's a situation of wonderment to me, because I basically, all the things that have come my way in terms of honors like that, having monuments done and things like that, I mean, like, it's beyond my comprehension. But it does spur me on to doing further work. I mean, I'm going to work until till I push it up daisies, basically. When somebody does a monument, it makes you want to work harder. It just makes you want to. a sign of encouragement. I find it like,
It's not the final chapter. It's
No,
not
it
saying good
makes
job on a
me-
whole career. It's like,
yeah, it
I
makes
think
me
you're doing
wanna
okay. Keep doing it.
keep doing it, yeah, the monument. And I'm anxious to see it, and I haven't seen it yet. And I know that I will soon. I know I'm going to see it.